After years of delays, Chad Daybell's triple murder trial will finally start on Monday. His wife, Lori Daybell, was convicted in the same case last year for killing her children, Tylee and JJ, who used to live here.
The I-Team's Erica Stapleton has been following this twisted, infamous case for more than 4 years now and has more on what we can expect.
This has been a long time coming, and we're expecting some similarities between this trial and Lori Daybell's trial last year, including being in the exact same courtroom in Boise, Idaho. But we're also expecting some differences. Memorials for Tammy Daybell, JJ Vallow, and Tylee Ryan stand strong as Chad Daybell is moved to Boise from eastern Idaho to face his trial.
Tell us where the kids are.
Tylee and JJ disappeared in September 2019 after their mother, Lori Vallow, moved them from Arizona to Idaho to be with Chad. Tammy Daybell, Chad's first wife, was murdered in her home in October 2019. Days later, in November, Lori Vallow married Chad Daybell in Hawaii, while the rest of the world started to search for her missing kids. She was arrested in February 2020, and she and Chad were both eventually charged with murder after the kids' bodies were found in his backyard in eastern Idaho in June 2020.
This has been a very trying thing for everybody involved.
Dark religious beliefs, according to investigators, were the driving force in the murders. Lori's brother, Alex Cox, is considered to be a third co-conspirator in the case, but he was never charged because he died in December 2019 in Arizona, apparently from natural causes.
Horrific set of facts with dreadful consequences.
David Leroy is Idaho's former attorney general. He's been following the case closely. Chad and Lori were originally going to be tried together, but the cases were severed. Her trial played out last year. She was found guilty on all charges.
I don't believe that any God in any religion would want to have this happen, what happened here.
And a judge sentenced her to 3 consecutive life sentences in prison. She spoke out for the first time at her sentencing, where the judge said it was clear she was still under a religious delusion.
Jesus Christ knows that no one was murdered in this case.
Now, it's Chad's turn in court.
Well, the disadvantage of having 2 trials, of course, is that it strings out over a longer period of time. It's more costly to the taxpayers, taxing upon the lawyers and the witnesses.
Not to mention the surviving victims, like Kay and Larry Woodcock, JJ Vallow's grandparents.
Let's please don't allow this to happen again.
Both Chad and Lori's trials were moved to Boise from eastern Idaho, an effort to find impartial juries. We're expecting similar witnesses and evidence in Chad's case. But unlike Lori's trial, where her defense didn't call any witnesses or present any evidence, Chad Daybell's attorney says he plans to call his own experts. Time will tell if Chad himself will testify. Chad's trial will also be live streamed, where the judge banned cameras for Lori's trial. Another difference, Chad Daybell is facing the death penalty, a decision that will also be up to the jury if he's convicted in this case.
Lori?
Meanwhile, Lori was extradited from prison in Idaho to Arizona late last year to face 2 other charges of conspiracy to commit murder in Maricopa County. One case in Chandler and the death of her former husband, Charles Vallow. The other out of Gilbert, where her niece's ex-husband was shot at, but survived. She's pleaded not guilty in those cases and remains at the Estrella jail.
I'm just ready to get down there and get Charles squared away too.
The trial starts Monday, beginning with jury selection, which is expected to take about a week. Then will come arguments, and the whole trial is expected to last about 8 to 10 weeks. Erica Stapleton, 12 News.